Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, a free way to support the channel is by leaving a thumbs up, by leaving a comment, by leaving 2 comments, by leaving 3 comments, by leaving 1,000 comments. Don't leave 1,000 comments, that seems a little excessive. I mean, if you can, if you want. Or by subscribing if you have not already done so. And without further ado, let's jump into it. Welcome back to another News I Missed, where I go over news I missed, because there's always a lot of stuff happening in this space, so I bring it to you later on when I didn't before. Anyway, institutional asset manager Grayscale has announced 13 more crypto assets are being currently considered for its crypto investment products. Revealed on the 18th of June, the prospectus. What? The prospective assets, there we go, mainly represent the decentralized finance sector, including, oh, terrible name, 1inch, Bancor, Curve, Kava, Kyber Network, Loop Ring, Polygon, Ren, Universal Market Access. Is that a coin? And 0x. The native tokens of high-speed scalable blockchain networks Solana, Near, and Definity have also been added to Grayscale's list of considered cryptocurrencies. Here's the little list right here. I think I made it larger right here. Here's the current assets I believe that they have, and the assets under consideration are 1inch, Aave, Bancor, Cardano, Compound, Cosmos, Curve, EOS, Flow, There's a coin called Internet Computer, Kava, Kyber Network, Loop Ring, MakerDAO, Monero, Near, Numeraire, Polygon, Polkadot, Ren, Reserve Rights. That's a lot of names I'm tired of actually reading. You can see it. The point is, we had news before, this was even a couple of months ago, that Grayscale was allegedly considering adding more coins to their products. I think the main ones that they had before were basically Bitcoin, Ethereum. I think they had a Bcash trust, I think an XRP trust, a Litecoin trust, and maybe one other coin that I can't remember off the top of my head. This is even before they added Horizon, Filecoin, etc., etc. But now they're adding more coins. I assume as this news kind of gets around that there will definitely be a bit of a price bump on some of these coins, maybe the ones that seem the most possible to actually add to their products, because with this you gain massive exposure, or rather the rich people gain exposure to these crypto assets, and therefore people assume that this will cause the prices to go a lot higher. So I think Grayscale has become a mini Coinbase, if you will. Whenever Coinbase was adding something before, or announcing that they were going to be adding something, the coin's price would go up, and now it seems that we have that for Grayscale as well. And without further ado, let's move on. In what? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Can't believe this happened. Despite Bitcoin's apparent lull after plunging over 30% from its historic high in May because of Elon Musk, United States investment bank Goldman Sachs has launched a Bitcoin futures trading product for its clients in partnership with Mike Novogratz's crypto merchant bank known as Galaxy Digital. Galaxy Digital will provide liquidity to the bank. According to a report by CNBC, liquidity providers, otherwise known as market makers, scoop up vast amounts of a given asset before selling them to the next interested party. This means that Goldman Sachs's clients can also purchase Bitcoin regardless of the market conditions. Notably, this is the first Wall Street giant that has teamed up with a crypto-focused liquidity product provider since reinstating the cryptocurrency trading desk in March after a 3-year break. The bank is now set to offer the Chicago Mercantile Group Bitcoin futures to its clients, making an effort to expand this newly reopened trading desk. We had news a couple of years ago that Goldman Sachs was into the Bitcoin space. It didn't appear to really phase anyone, as far as like no one saw the significance of this. I told you all before, the rich people are buying and have been buying huge amounts and vast amounts of Bitcoin or over-the-counter markets. I think a lot of people just simply don't understand the gravity of it. So the news basically is, without having to really dig too much further, Goldman Sachs, one of the largest banks on the planet, is officially into Bitcoin. They're doing the entire Bitcoin futures thing, but it's clear that they've also accumulated for themselves. Once again, you do not offer a product to your clients that you believe could go up in price without holding said asset by yourself. So yeah, it's getting real. People don't really understand what's going on, but I bring you the news every day in hope that eventually 100% of my watchers will completely understand exactly what's taking place. Anyway, so yeah, the rich people keep on buying. They're definitely in the market. And without further ado, let's move on. Next up, in a recent interview, Suze Orman, who is a personal finance guru, claims that Bitcoin should not be viewed as a currency, even though it is what it was designed to be. She says that for now, at least, people need to be looking at it as a long-term investment if they want to accomplish anything of value with Bitcoin. She says that Bitcoin is still in a rather unstable position because it's Bitcoin. And for the most part, it is still highly volatile and could potentially fall back down into the $30,000 range or even below that in the coming weeks. And to put that sideways, she kind of has to say stuff like that. You, as Suze Orman, can't go on TV and go, listen, Bitcoin's going to $9 million. If you don't have it, you're a loser. You can't, you have to phrase things in a certain way, not saying that if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a loser. And the point is, Suze Orman before, I believe it was last year, maybe even the year before, had spoken not negatively about cryptocurrencies, but it's kind of the trend of every rich person to say something negative about Bitcoin or about the blockchain or cryptocurrency space. And then the really weird part is that they always come back and say how amazing it is. And that's usually the point when I think that they've accumulated so much that they're more comfortable with saying it out loud. So it says, Suze Orman says, invest a little bit in Bitcoin and let it sit there. Sure, why not? I tell this to a lot of people who are very new to the market. A lot of people want to get into the market, especially right now. Even as prices have dropped, there's still a huge amount of interest. I tell people, listen, if the market scares you, if you're terrified, if you don't want to do day trading, if you don't want to, you really get into the space, don't be afraid of taking $100 per month, putting it into the market, letting it sit there forever, and once again, always never put more than you can afford to lose. And I don't mean that as a joke. Don't put in $800 per month if your rent is $900. Make sure that anything you have left over, if you find yourself in a situation where you would have eaten out with friends, or you would have done something else crazy, or purchased something that that you shouldn't be buying, or your third or fourth TV in your apartment, put that money towards crypto instead, because it would have been lost on the television or the drinks or the actual food, but now it can go someplace that could potentially in 10 to 15 years be worth tons and tons of money. So the news is the Suze Orman gave a half a thumbs up for Bitcoin. And let's move on. Next up, sure, why not? Indonesia's central bank governor Peri Warjio is mobilizing official supervisors to enforce the country's ban on financial institutions using crypto assets as a means of payment. During a virtual seminar on Tuesday, Warjio reiterated that local financial firms and payment providers are prohibited from facilitating the use of cryptocurrencies to settle payments or as an instrument used in other financial services. The central bank governor emphasized that crypto assets are not a legitimate payment instrument under the Constitution. What? Okay, Bank Indonesia law and currency law. They have that in their constitution that was probably written, I'm going to say in the 50s or 60s, that digital payments are not allowed. Noting that field supervisors will be sent out to ensure that local financial institutions adhere to the policy. So without me being a smart aleck, the news basically is, I'm not sure if Indonesia was one of the, I'm sure they must have been one of the countries who's also working on a central bank digital currency. Like I said, they must be. We have a lot of countries doing stuff like this. A lot of them usually are saying, let's make sure that we have regulations. If there are payments that are going to be going through other rails that are not ours, the blockchain, let us know. We have to know. There's no way that you can let us know that this has been happening. But now we're seeing like this really weird, no, financial institutions in general cannot use cryptocurrency assets, which I guess is fine in a certain way, because now here's my opinion. They're still living in 1992. And I mean, so far as they think that the only way people are going to be using digital assets are through cryptocurrency exchanges or through companies, because they're used to the idea that we have to get up, we have to walk to a Western Union, we have to have some other third-party source to be able to send money to my friend, as opposed to realizing that a huge portion of the community, once again, are using decentralized exchanges, are just using cryptocurrency exchanges that are in other parts of the world because, the internet exists. We're not in the Stone Ages, or people just do direct crypto transactions between themselves. So this seems a bit ridiculous that you would say that all you're doing is stopping companies from entering your country, paying taxes in your country, and therefore giving revenue to your country. Once again, people have the internet, and if they want to trade crypto, they can go to, I'm not going to name any websites, they can go to X website and trade crypto there because, the internet. So you're not really stopping anything. You're just simply making it You know what I'm trying to say. That's the Indonesia news. I love getting news like this because it never really makes any sense. I can't remember what we had about 4 or 5 days ago, but I don't think these people really understand how crypto works or how people have been using crypto for the last, and I'll even scale it down to around a good 9-10 years before all this happened. Like, we don't need, I don't explicitly need something in my country or down the block from where I am to go, oh gosh, I have to send crypto to my friend. Let me walk down the street and pay these people a fee. No, you can just do it on your computer. So them banning institutions doesn't really bother us or the market. Let's move on. Next up in news I've been waiting for a year. Whew, sigh of relief. Actor and Bitcoin investor Neil Patrick Harris has partnered with a leading cryptocurrency ATM operator to help people, and I quoteth, see how easy and accessible it is to invest in cryptocurrency and join the future of finance. Oof. I've been waiting for that one. Harris also shared how he got into Bitcoin. Not that anyone actually cares. So we're seeing a really big mimic. Once again, I won't even say the year because you know exactly what year I'm going to say. Of these celebrities really coming out in support of cryptocurrencies and saying that I do this and I've been into the cryptocurrency space for this amount of years. It's not that Neil Patrick Harris isn't an amazing actor, but it's more like a... So once again, there's a reason why it's called News I Missed, because the title of this says Neil Patrick Harris hodls Bitcoin, partners with a cryptocurrency ATM operator. I don't know if that's news, but it's something. It's kind of out there. Maybe it's the celebrity status of these people and everyone's like, oh, I saw him on TV. Now I have to get into Bitcoin. I'm sure that actually works on someone, which is actually making me kind of sad. Once again, this has been happening for a while, where we had news. This was 2018. Geez Louise, where Ashton Kutcher announced back then. I think he was on Ellen's show that he was into crypto, and then everyone got really hyped. And then he announced that he, I think, was into XRP, and everyone was like, "Oh." Anyway, that's the Neil Patrick Harris news. Like I said, I've been waiting for millennia for that news because now I can confidently go into my investments and know that Neil Patrick Harris is there too. Anyway, that's the Neil Patrick Harris is smiling on a photo with ATM operators. Let's move on. Next up, she's putting away coins. She's putting away shoppers wanting to cash out of their crypto holdings to buy groceries. Why would you do that? May soon be able to do so at many H-E-B supermarkets in Texas. Yeah. According to a Friday report from the Houston Chronicle, didn't even read that correctly, crypto ATM firm CoinCloud is preparing to install machines in 29 H-E-B locations in the Houston area. The ATMs will allow customers to buy and sell, don't do that, more than 30 cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ether, Dogecoin, Litecoin, certain DeFi tokens, and US dollar pegged stablecoins. I dare someone to tell me the reason why you would cash out of your US dollars to put it into a stablecoin that is the exact same thing, unless you're going to be yield farming and you can make 29%. Why would the machine allow you to? CoinCloud CEO and founder Chris McAlery said he expects retailers, that's us, will become increasingly aware of the important role digital currency plays in the future. The crypto ATM company will be wow, geez Louise. We'll be setting up, what can I speak? We'll be setting up their 2000th machine at an HEB store, allowing customers to make crypto transactions using cash, debit, and credit cards. So this was actually quite popular news. I don't live in Texas, but I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there who said hot dog when they heard this, and they're driving down to their local HEB right now to go get them some crypto. Kind of cool. We had news more so in 2018 and 2019 where a lot of people believed and many cryptocurrency projects also announced that they were going to be setting up thousands of crypto ATMs in different supermarkets and in different stores around the world. I won't name which products or projects said that, but those ATMs are not around. So anyway, kind of cool. This reminds me of the thing in France where you're able to go into a local shop and get like a prepaid Bitcoin card, if that makes any sense. Like you give them money, they give you a card that says like 25 euros worth of Bitcoin. I assume this is dramatically different as an actual BATM, but still cool nonetheless. People will walk by this. They'll throw some money into it. They'll say, hey, they get interested. They'll come back to the supermarket 3 weeks later, starving because it's been 3 weeks, and they'll buy some crypto. So it's kind of nice. Anyway, that's the HEB, fresh foods, cryptocurrency, ATM news. Let's move on. And to finish things off, NASCAR driver Landon Cassill has revealed that he will be paid in crypto. Thank goodness. The driver has been in talks with Voyager, for a 19-race sponsorship. What's Voyager? Cassill announced yesterday that he had finally reached an agreement. His partnership with Voyager includes him, I still don't know what Voyager is, includes him getting a paycheck in crypto. The sponsorship and settlement will be totally crypto-based, the major coins in the portfolio being Bitcoin and Litecoin. Landon Cassill himself is not new to the crypto space because no rich person is. They're all in it. He has a number of investments in the space. He said he has been seeing significant gains in his portfolio because that's how money works. Steve Ehrlich, CEO of Voyager, said he pitched the partnership idea since he met Landon. Landon and Steve met at a crypto conference. I don't care about that. The conference was held last year and Landon spoke on a panel. I still don't know what Voyager is. The point is, NASCAR driver Landon Cassill, almost said Steve Cassill. Landon Cassill is going to be paid in crypto. This once again mimics the basketball players who are getting paid in it, and the football players, and the American football players. And there was another baseball? No, not baseball. Baseball? I don't remember. The point is, everyone's going to get paid in crypto at some point. They're just the ones doing it with the really big paychecks. So good for them and their paychecks. I hope they continue. I was going to say I hope they can continue accumulating crypto, but they're already rich, so they probably already have enough. So just gonna. Anyway, yeah, NASCAR, crypto. Can't wait to drive. There's a Bitcoin driving a car. That Bitcoin doesn't have any eyes. Oh, this coin has eyes. Anyway. Right. At the moment, the cryptocurrency market is sideways down. Bitcoin is currently down by 1.66%. A lot of volatility floating around in the market. Not really sure why. It's just kind of the way that things are. No coins are green except for stable coins. Oh, AMP is up by 14%. Most of you have no idea what AMP is, and because it's called AMP. Shiba Inu is up by 2.7%. Good boy. Anything else? Nope, everything else is down, and that's because Bitcoin is a gigantic magnet. I do hope that you all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.